Hello and welcome to our bonus episode for Utawarerumono, Mask of Deception. This is going to be our 5th reading session of the Glossary, so let's see what's in store for us. Righty who? Oh, finally! An update for the Imperial Daughter, or as I like to call her, the Imperial Munchkin. Either way works fine though. Anywho. The Princess of Yamato, the only child of the Mikado, the god incarnate. There are many avid worshippers among the citizens of Yamato. Anju is an easygoing girl who acts and speaks in the willful, self-indulgent manner of a child of noble birth. After the Nativity Festival, she suddenly appeared in the Hakoro Kakuen as if she was an unassuming girl from town, and she enjoyed her freedom immensely in their headquarters, which resulted in her receiving Kuon's punishment. Nothing to do with her kidnapping? Huh. Alright, well, time to reread quite a bit of Haku's bit. The protagonist, saved by Kuon when he was stranded in the woods and given his name by her. He has lost almost all memories of his past, and he has no idea how he came into the world. He's not exactly a hard-working type, but he's quick-witted and quite insightful. Oster, the true identity of Ukon, recognized him as a capable man and asked him to work as a secret operative under Oster's direct command. His general approach to missions tends to veer towards doing as little as possible. On any given job, he usually tries to make a quick profit through questionable means, but ends up back where he started with no more wealth than before. Despite this, he regularly receives high recognition from those of status. On one particular occasion, the Mikado himself gifted Ururu and Sorana to him. Partial to strong drink, either alone or partying with others, he's also knowledgeable about sweets, and occasionally dabbles in trying to create new confections with rouletier. Honoka! A pure and innocent woman, she accompanies the old man Mito, who Haku met through the guidance of the mysterious duo. Something about her presence seemed to fill Haku with a sense of nostalgia and comfort. Upon his audience with the Mikado, Haku noticed Honoka accompanying him. He was surprised to find that Honoka is actually the High Priestess. Oh, an update for Kiru! A friendly boy who is actually a prince from Inakumi. He is naive and a bit timid, but he holds himself to a strict training regimen. Kiru is a sworn brother of Oshita. By the order of his brother, he joined the group to work under Haku. He is plagued by anxiety, and his innocence and lack of experience constantly leave him adrift in the confusion that regularly ensues from the actions of his fellow team members. He tends to get stomach aches as a response to his stress. Mikado. The Emperor of Yamato. According to rumor, he established the imperial capital himself, displayed incredible supernatural powers in wars past, and has lived for at least 2 centuries since the founding of Yamato. He is considered an almighty being by the citizenry. He appears as a spindly old man who seems to be physically handicapped and uses a wheelchair. His face is hidden by a veil. When Haku received an audience, he witnessed a woman who resembled Honoka attending the Mikado, briefly filling Haku's mind with panic and confusion. Without any explanation, the Mikado granted Ururu and Sorana to Haku as a reward for his part in Anju's rescue. Mikazuchi, Yamato's imperial guard of the left, and one of the masked ones known as the Akuru Turuka. His might is equal to that of Osho's, and together they are called the Twin Shields of Yamato. However, unlike Osho, there is an almost ferocious presence to him, and he exudes the intimidating aura of a battle-hardened warrior. His rough and villainous manner of speech is one of the reasons Nekane avoids him like the plague. His elder brother is Raiko, one of the 8 power generals. Muruji, a squire working for Mikazuchi, a gentle-faced boy adept at handling his master's general affairs. His appearance resembles that of Shichiria, who is from a kindred clan. Mito, a good-natured old man the mysterious duo led Haku to meet. Calling himself a retired crepe merchant, he asked Haku to tell him the story of his life thus far. He's accompanied by Honoka, who seems to be his caretaker. I meant to say crab. Anyway, Mosnu. Vulgar, wild, and all-around rude, Mosnu is in many respects the archetypal ruffian. He acts together with the Nosari thieves, led by their leader, Nosari. He was once apprehended and brought to the imperial capital by Oshto, but escaped with help from his men. However, by the hands of Haku and friends, or more specifically, by the beak of Kokopo, he was captured once more when he and his men fell into a manure pot. He managed one more escape after that, but eventually fell into a trap set by Haku and was made to become a scapegoat in the place of Nosari. As seen when he was lured in by the shogi match, Mosnu has something of an innocent side. Also, he is surprisingly caring for his men, and has startlingly keen grasp of business and economics. Munechika, a woman of unshakable calm. She is the imperial governess who is assigned to educate Anju. After appearing to bring Andrew back from the Akuro Kakuen, she herself started to become a constant visitor in the name of royal protection. She is partial to sweet treats and shows keen curiosity in the special interest books that Routier collects. Contrary to her stoic demeanor, Minechika possesses a surprisingly feminine side and immediately befriended the other team members in the Akuro Kakuen. In truth, she is a member of the 8 Pillar Generals, known by the moniker of Munechika the Guardian. She is also an Akuro Toruka, skilled in defensive battles, and heroically protected the country from barbarian trap invasions in the past. Mysterious Duo, a duo of identical height and size. They cover their bodies with a peru, and even though Haku talked to them, they would only poke his cheek with their fingers from both sides. In utter silence, their real identities are shrouded in mystery. They stopped appearing right after the group's arrival in the imperial capital. However, just when Haku had forgotten about them, they showed up unexpectedly to silently trail behind him again. See the entries for Ururu and Sarana. Mysterious Man. A man stumbled across on the street of booksellers. He reminded Haku of a young merchant prince. He seems to be an acquaintance of Nekane. See, Rao Rao. Nekane, younger sister of Ukon. She's an adorable girl with a childlike appearance. Despite her looks, she's quite intelligent, and her speech is polite and articulate. Though the youngest examinee to date, she passed the imperial exam, the toughest academic challenge in the country. She was awarded a Scholar of Philosophy's degree, but due to her young age, the actual commencement was postponed. She loves sweets and her hobby is archaeology, a topic that Kulon is also quite knowledgeable about. She adores her brother almost obsessively, and will permit none to disrespect him in any way. At her brother's request, she provides support to Haku. However, the discrepancy between Haku's character and Oshir's dignified integrity infuriates her, and she commonly takes her anger out on Haku as a result. Ozen, an owl of Kujiri and one of the 8 Power Generals, father of Routier. Though he's skilled in combat, he was appointed as an owl by the Mikado more for his accomplishments in restoring natural life and agriculture to wastelands, and exploring the nation. Therefore, he is known as Ozen the Harvester. Raiko, one of the 8 Power Generals, also known as Raiko the Sage, the most resourceful general in Yamato. He is said to be capable of conquering even the most impregnable of fortresses. Raiko does not rely on simple military force, but instead his keen intelligence and strategy. He is the elder brother of Mikazuchi, the Imperial Guard of the left. Rao Rao, a man Haku stumbled across on the street of booksellers. He reminded Haku of a young merchant prince. He seems to know Nekane and Munechika. According to Routier, he is a well-known artist and he graciously autographed a book for her. In truth, he is a famous artist of graphic novels concerning a particular special interest genre, popular amongst girls. He has published many books, delighting many of his fans. His private life is shrouded in mystery. Routier, a princess and youngest daughter of Ozen, the Owl of Kujiri. She's a bit shy, quiet and physically slight. Being the youngest of 15 siblings may have had some influence on her development. However, when someone disrespects her beloved Kokomo, her temper flares. After arriving in the imperial capital, she continued to stay in the company of Haku and friends. She's skilled in cooking, brewing tea, and making assorted confections. At the Koro Kakuen, she works as the team's self-appointed cook. Occasionally, with Haku's help, she invents an entirely new type of snack, and some of the creations have become quite popular items among the citizens of the imperial capital. She has a passion for a particular type of special interest books, though she wishes to hide the fact from other people. However, when she happened upon famed writer Rao Rao, she couldn't hold back her excitement and requested his autograph on her copy of her book. Of his book, derp. Sarana, the true identity of one of the mysterious duo who have been following Haku for some time. The Mikado gifted Sarana to Haku along with her sister Ururu. According to Osho, the two girls are called the Kaminagi of Chains. They are the daughters of Honoka and her eventual successors. Sarana and Ururu look strikingly similar to each other, but Sarana has a darker skin tone. They pledge their absolute loyalty to Haku, as if they live only to serve him. But their passionate dedication to him comes off as a bit unsettling to everyone, including Haku himself. Shichiriya, Raiku's adjutant. He physically resembles Maruchi, who is from a kindred clan. Suyankikar, Atoi's father and one of the 8 Pillar Generals. He's been given a duty by the Mikado himself to govern all the territorial seas of Yamato. He's also known as Suyankikar the Mariner, a master of naval warfare. His name strikes fear in the hearts of pirates. Tokifusa, one of the 8 Pillar Generals, also known as Tokifusa the Tuner. Although his war merits are not as impressive as the other generals, he's considered to be a well-balanced and prudent commander who excels in both offensive and defensive warfare. A gentle and unassuming-looking man who wields an enormous bow with ease in battle. Ururu, the true identity of one of the mysterious duo who have been following Haku for some time. The Mikado gifted Ururu to Haku along with her sister Sarana. According to Oshita, the two girls are called the Kaminagi of Chains. They are the daughters of Honoka and her eventual successors. Ururu and Sarana look strikingly similar to each other, but Ururu has a paler skin tone. They pledge their absolute loyalty to Haku, as if they only live to serve him. But their passionate dedication to him comes off as a bit unsettling to everyone, including Haku himself. Vurai, one of the 8 Power Generals of Yamato, also known as Vurai the Vanguard. His devotion to the Mikado is far more than that of the other generals, bordering on zealotry. The Mikado likewise trusts him deeply. On the battlefield, Vurai unleashes his incomparable might. For his bravery, the Mikado has granted Vurai an Akuruka. Woshis, one of the 8 Power Generals, also known as Woshis the Shadowlight, a mild-mannered man skilled in unifying the 7 other generals, calmly mediating when their more aggressive personalities clash. Politically, he serves as the actual regent of Yamato, and he is greatly trusted by the Mikado. Okay, that's all the people done. Phew, that's quite a bit of reading done. Anyway, Karakatsua, a cylindrical marine mollusk with tendrils tipped with suction pads. The common way of eating it is to grill it whole, sprinkle some salt on top and bite into it, though it's also delicious with soy sauce made from fish. Maran, used commonly as livestock. Maran are gentle herbivores, though they are mainly used for their fur. The meat has a distinct flavor, and they are commonly used for food as well. There are both field-type breeds and mountain-type breeds, though the field type is the most commonly used, or raised rather. Mountain types are usually timid and have a hard time getting used to people. Oh wow, that's all creatures already done? Oh, and one location. Shiozu, a hilly region located far west of the imperial capital. It has a warm climate, fit for growing various types of fruits and tea leaves. Steamed fresh tea leaves are a rarity in Yamato, and they are valued as a local specialty. Culture: Akuruka. A mask given by the Mikado to warriors of great prestige. The ones that receive the masks are called the Akuru Turuka. It is a symbol of power in Yamato. Deni Bokshuri. A place where humans who commit sins and crimes go after their deaths. They are subjugated to eternal torture by demons that dwell within it. It is used as a common phrase in Yamato. 8 Pillar Generals. The collective name for the 8 Pillar Generals of Yamato. Unlike other generals, they were appointed to their position by the Mikado himself. The 8 Pillar Generals include Furai, Raiko, Sayankakur, Ozin, Tukifusa, Washes, Munechika, and Dekopompo. Some of them are equipped with their own Akuruka as recognition for their military achievements. On the other hand, Dekopompo acquired his position purely by familial inheritance. Kamunagi. Oh, this one's gonna intrigue me quite a bit. Also known as a priestess, it is a term used to refer to women who do divine work. They also have special powers. They're only used under certain circumstances, and they are usually revered by the people. Ururu and Surana both come from the same prestigious clan as Honoka, and the two are often referred to as the Kamunagi of Chains. Anything else? No. Lifestyle. Finest Shiozu tea. A bitter yet refreshing green tea that Haku was given when he met Mito. According to Honoka, it's the best tea made in Shiozu. Gosh, I keep butchering it. Haku found it odd that it wasn't like the sweet tea with milk commonly found in Yamato, but something about it felt oddly familiar and nostalgic. Kokoromo. Made from Moran meat that is prepared by first straining the blood. The meat is put on a skewer, drenched with a sweet sauce, and grilled over charcoal. It's a cheap snack available from many street vendors. Condens, a substance made by mixing milk of the peruko and the clear liquid from rulu, and slowly simmering the mixture. It's sweet with an elegant, subtle flavor, and it's very delicious. Haku named it Condens. Pita pita! Fruits grown in the fields of South. The outside is covered in spikes and turns red when ripe. It has a sweet taste, but it doesn't last long, so it's hard to transport to the imperial capital. Greenhouse-grown crops are particularly valuable and expensive. Huff. A snack invented by Haku and Rotie. Yorker is mixed with and kneaded well with a man and baked in a furnace. It creates a light puff pastry that has a hollow center. A small hole is made in the dough, and the whole space is filled with condens. Rotie named it a puff due to the puffy nature of the pastry. Urulu, a snack Haku and Rotie made when trying to find an alternative to expensive sugar. Sap and a mam are mixed in a pot, allowing the solids to sink to the bottom, and the remaining clear liquid is boiled. It didn't turn out to be a sweetener as they intended, but the end result was still a success. The name is taken from an abbreviated form of Rotie. Its texture is somewhat gummy, with a unique sweetness. Smoke Ball. An item Kuon made for Haku to use when he captured Mosnu. Smaller than a fist, when it's thrown on the ground, it instantly releases smoke. There's no negative effect on the body, but it greatly hinders vision and causes respiratory disturbance. Since it's a prototype, however, its effectiveness is inconsistent, so it needs to be handled with care. Soporific Incense. A sleep-inducing scent Kuon mixed for the sake of capturing Mosnu. It's used by burning the materials and inhaling the russulant scent. It's efficient when used in a small confined area, and if enough of it is inhaled, it's strong enough to keep one asleep for the entire night. It has a sweet herbal smell, but one usually passes out before such nuances can be noticed. It needs to be handled with extreme care. Okay, that's everything in relation to lifestyle. How about miscellaneous? High Priestess. Responsible for conducting the celebrations in Yamato. She also accompanies the Mikado as his attendant to support him in his duties. Imperial Governess. One tasked with protecting and educating the prince/princess. It's an extremely important position, so only people of the utmost integrity and honesty are ever considered for the position. The role of Andrew's Imperial Governess is occupied by Munechika, but is extremely unorthodox and not optimal for a general to perform this function. Oh, I can imagine so. And well, we don't really read the tutorial stuff because that's for me and me alone. Anyway, folks, thank y'all for watching this bonus episode for Utawarerumono, Mask of Deception. Oddly enough, I was recording this at 4 AM, so if I sounded a little bit tired, my apologies. I just wanted to get it done, and I actually kind of forgot about it, not gonna lie. Anyhow, ta-ta for now.